Good morning, and good Friday to you. Tanj here, leadership and mindset specialist, peak performance coach for real estate and property professionals. Are very keen to, pardon me, really grow themselves, their people, and their business in the least amount of time. How are you? Hi, Sarah. Great to have you join. How has your week been? So many new changes and updates, but I have seen that apparently the amount of infections are starting to significantly drop in Australia, which is great. It's great to have you here, Sarah. Good Friday to you. I'm looking at this new interface for Facebook. So, what is Rapid Fire Friday all about? This is where I reflect on the top one-on-one coaching themes and key team training themes from my week and just rapid fire some tips for you to quickly implement into your business. Good morning, Greg. Great to have you here as always, my friend. These are tips that you can apply to your business immediately, and they're also tips to help you navigate these unprecedented times. So whether you work in the real estate and property industry or not, typically there's some value here for you. We have a lot of people that follow that aren't in the space. So I want to get stuck straight into it. But before we do, how are you? And one word to describe how you're feeling right now. Just type it in. Where are you from, Sarah? What's your location, my love? So I've got 8 key themes to share today, and I'm just going to get stuck straight into it. One of the first things that we were talking a lot about this week was ensuring that your social media profiles, banners, bios, and communication is all virtually and digitally centric, meaning make sure your LinkedIn banner, your Facebook banner, your Instagram posts, hey, Belissa, are reflecting relaxed, beautiful morning here this morning. Oh, good to hear it, Greg. Great to know that you're feeling relaxed. Hey, Belissa, great to have you here. And it's really important that you're letting the community know, you're letting all the people that connect with you know that you are ready to do business digitally and virtually. So a great example of this is one of my clients, Hazel McNamara from Rain and Horn. If you go onto her Facebook page, look at Hazel McNamara. She's got a really great branded Facebook banner. Antonia, great to have you here. Good morning, Fiona. Feeling excellent. Oh, I like it. Excellent. Yes, happy Good Friday to you all. So now's the time to update all your profiles, and here are some tips of what you can do. And by the way, if you need to know a really good and free resource to do your artwork and your marketing, if you're doing it all in-house and internally, then I highly recommend Canva, C-A-N-V-A, C-A-N-V-A. Hey, Sean, great to have you here. So Canva is a free resource with heaps of templates and tools for you to customize banners, brochures, business cards, social media posts, and then you can also customize your own measurements and infographics. It's all there. You can put your own branded colors in there. You can upload your logos. You can upload photos, and it's a lot of fun. So step number 1, update all your profiles to say that you are ready to do business digitally and virtually. So some of the things that you could put in here. Yes, happy Easter Friday to you too. I'm sorry. A heading could be, we're virtually ready to help you. And if you can imagine a whole bunch of ticks in the artwork that say virtual appraisals and virtual tours, pre-ordered building and pest inspections, pre-qualified buyers, contact free conveyancing, access to COVID-prepared tradespeople, and electronic document signing. Just a couple of points on how you're doing business in these times of self-isolation. And one of the reasons why this is really critical, that you update your profiles across LinkedIn, Facebook, and of course do some posts on Instagram, is because I actually attended a LinkedIn webinar on Monday, and Adam Houlihan was sharing stories about how those that are updating all of their information to make it clear for consumers to understand how it's easy for you to do business with them at these times are the ones that are seeing as relevant and up to date, present and purposeful, agile and responsive, and ready to do business now. Hey, Tina, great to have you here, my love. For those that have just joined, good morning, Andrew. How's fatherhood going for you, my friend? And how are you surviving this corona wave? And happy Good Friday to all of you. So that's the first tip. The Holistic Homes has joined. It's a very relaxed Friday. So that would be my first tip. The second tip is at the moment, what we're seeing is there's two kinds of agents. Agent A is very self-centric. Agent A is typically dropping their standards, not doing much work really, and is very self-focused. And they're using this time of coronavirus as a great reason why they don't have results and a perfect justification for their procrastination. So that's the self-focused agent. The service-focused agent, they are pushing their desire for commission aside, even though I really respect that these are changing and challenging times that are affecting everyone financially. But what they're doing is they're making like Mother Teresa. They are losing themselves in service of others. They are literally getting on the phone and focusing on three core things: connect, communicate, and contribute. It's a matter of just being in communication with your community. Consider that there are a significant amount of people right now who are sitting in their living rooms and lounge rooms having solid conversations around how to prepare for their future. And maybe one of the things on their agenda is to potentially sell their house, whether it's immediately or in the near future. Consider that many of them also don't have a relationship at the moment with an agent. Good morning, Corey. Looking for some guidance. Okay, I hear you. Vic just banned private inspections. Yes, I saw that this morning, of properties unless fully vacated. Yes, I saw that message from our REIV. Virtual, my friend. Now's the time to make sure that you are digitally and virtually ready to rock and roll. Andrew, if you didn't hear what I said before, jump onto Hazel McNamara from Rain and Horns Facebook page and have a look at her banner. The service-focused agents are making like Mother Teresa. They're losing themselves in service of the clients. They're just calling their community, calling and connecting to see if there's anything that they can help them with. Just connect, because what we know is from the moment an authority is signed to when a house is sold, typically a vendor's confidence in their agent of choice drops by 47%. That means there's a bunch of people out there that don't have a relationship with an agent because the last guy or girl they worked with, they didn't keep in touch with because they weren't happy with the result or the job or the service they did or didn't receive. That means they need a trusted advisor. They need someone, and you could be just the lighthouse of hope that just calls to say, listen, we know in these unprecedented times people are making big decisions about their future, and is there anything at all that we can help you with that's real estate related? Do you have any questions? We are doing business as usual. It's just done very differently right now, but we can absolutely take care of any questions you have or any needs that you have right now. So just be in communication. Those agents, hey, Nick Pappas, how are you, my friend? Those agents that are being service-focused and not self-focused, those agents that are choosing to see this time as a beautiful opportunity to reach out and connect and authentically communicate with their people and be a contribution, whether that is provide a virtual appraisal, whether that is just lend an unbiased ear, whether that is to add them to your database because you're giving them updated, relevant information hot off the press as soon as it happens. Good morning, Diane. Great to have you here. Nick, I'm keen to hear, how is business your end? How are you riding the corona wave? Let me just wipe that. That looks a bit blurry. How are you riding the corona wave, my friend? Diane, congratulations on your dedication to savers. You are doing an extraordinary job, my friend. So, what we are seeing across many areas is for every 10 phone calls made, typically 2 to 3 appraisals are being requested. So this is not the time to focus on just getting the business. It's the time to focus, like our friends at Hero Property, on being of service. The third tip I have for you is to make sure when you're being of service, you treat your social media platforms like a newsroom, much like Hero are doing. And Hero, Max, tell us how your tell us how you're doing and what the response to your daily videos and updates are. What's the community's response been like? Hey, Calmstar, great to have you here. Andrew, let me know what you're looking for guidance for. Treat your social media platforms like a newsroom. Make sure that when there's a Prime Minister's announcement, when REB do a news flash, when you hear something from your local institute, replicate the article and post it on your page with your own personal comments. Just make sure that you're treating your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, and your Instagram page, as I said, like your own newsroom. And please make sure you're doing as much video content as possible. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what the future looks like, but we do know how we can help people today. And today, people are looking for trusted advisors that are being transparent in their communication, not over-promising and under-delivering, but actually being, straight with people. Jasmine, great to have you here. So if you do want to do that, do also what Hira are doing and make sure that if you're using Zoom as your communication platform, you can customize the backdrop with your own branded sign or logo. You can also talk about a particular property by having a photo of the property there. So there's a lot that you can do to remain relevant and to still promote the stock that you have and new stock coming onto the market, because I know all my clients still have a lot of stock coming onto the market and they're still selling. They're up till 1:30 or sometimes 11:30 at night doing deals. Nick, things have changed, but people are still wanting to talk real estate. I think you just have to be mindful of the situation and the way others feel about it. Amen. As I said, this is not the time to be self-centric and focused on you getting a listing or a sale. This is the time to connect with as many people as possible, authentically communicate, and be a bold contribution. The other reason why it's a great idea to reach out and ring as many people as you can on a daily basis, at least 25 a day, that's kind of the benchmark, at least connect with 25 people a day, is you can keep a log of their questions and curate content and curate themes that you can then turn into a quick 1-minute video. So use this time to just check in on the well-being of your community, see if you can add value or be of service at all without commission breath, and make sure you're paying attention to the questions that they're asking, identify and distill the themes and curate content to reverse engineer video material for your social media platforms. The key to stay focused, a big theme in my coaching this week, is working with leaders and teams on how do you keep your teams focused and present and purposeful in times of self-isolation. They love that we are a source of the latest info. Yeah, here I think you're doing a really great job. And you do look like a newsroom with your branded Zoom backdrop. So well done. Diane, thank you. I fell off the wagon day 3 and 4, decided perfectionist can go. Yes, progress beats perfection every day, and was rapt to get back onto putting me first. If you're wondering what we're talking about, good morning, Emily. We are talking about the fact that we've got a group of people on social media that are practicing SAVERS, the discipline from the Miracle Morning, SAVERS, silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing in your gratitude journal. If you want to elevate your state, if you want to stay focused in times of Corona Loco, please read this book, listen to the Audible book, and practice SAVERS, whether it's for 6 minutes or 60 minutes. It is a complete game changer to elevate your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual energy. So if you fall off the wagon, you just get back on, less whip, more wand. Please make sure, leaders and teams, how do you keep your people focused, present, purposeful, and doing meaningful work in times of self-isolation? Just focus on the daily. Make sure you're really clear what the daily game is, and it's critical that people still have daily KPIs, you have morning huddles, and you've got accountability buddies. If you don't have daily discipline and practice and habits for excellence, Corona Loco will be an extraordinary justification for procrastination. And it's a great reason to not have results. Those that are choosing to use this time of self-isolation for self-transformation and level up during lockdown are the ones that are going to keep in action, keep the momentum moving forward, and keep relevant and meaningful for their communities. It's time to, as I said, use this time to realign, turn your shoulds into musts, get clear on the daily, have daily accountability, and just master the day, day after day. We can't look too far ahead because we don't know what the future looks like. Courtney, can you let me know if you can offer personal Zoom services, please? Courtney, of course, my love. That's what I've been doing for years. Thank you for reminding me, actually. How am I being of service right now? We have a free real estate support line, 0413 219 923. If you need a raft, if you need a hand, if you need an unbiased ear, someone to talk to, then I'm here for you. I'm offering free class Zooms called Elevate Your Real Estate of Mind. Melissa Turner's just jumped in from Kemp Real Estate at South Australia. We did a session this week. I think there was about 16 or so people on the Zoom. Melissa writes, absolutely loved our team meeting yesterday, Tanj. You brought so much energy and inspiration to us all. You are very, very welcome, Melissa. What does that look like? If you're a leader and you've got a team and you want to inspire them to stay, focused, present, purposeful, and meaningful at these times, then just reach out to me, DM me here on Instagram, right on the Facebook page. I'm giving an hour away. We went for an hour and a half yesterday with Kemp, and every single person left with a number one must to immediately implement an accountability buddy to make sure they fulfilled on their promise, and a whole stack of resources and tools to rise resilient in these times of change and challenge. So that's how I can absolutely help you. And yes, Courtney, of course, I'm here for you, my love, to do online Zoom coaching. That's what I do every week. Please also make sure on social media, especially if you have a little bit more time, that you're using this time of lockdown to connect with your local community and the local businesses and start to showcase what they're doing to still add value to all the residents. So there may be cafes that are doing online orders of coffee and you can jump in with your mask and your gloves and pick up your chai. Or maybe butchers are delivering food. I don't know. But if you don't take the time to get in there, you won't know either. Now's the time not to hide. Now's the time, as I said last week, to be a lighthouse of hope and faith, connection and community, and showcase all the ingenuity, innovation and inspiration of what's happening. For example, people are doing digital Easter egg hunts, or they're doing, have a guess how many Easter eggs are in this jar competition, and then sending it out to the winner. One of my clients, Amanda Jane Hould, is bringing a lot of fun to the community by doing gowns and hounds on a daily basis. She frocks up in an evening gown and walks Billy, her greyhound, and videos it and tags people. And now there's a couple of other women that are joining on, which is just a bit of fun. So be a newsroom, share all the content, up-to-date information as it happens, and showcase what your local businesses are doing to still add value and make a difference. Oh, you are amazing too, Courtney. I love you. Yes, let's do one for the whole property management team. No problem at all. So number 7, I haven't been saying the numbers. I'm really sorry if you've been waiting for me to be super clear about that. Real Estate Kate. Real Estate Kate, we talked about, she hosted a Palmer Pots and Pearls night recently. Real Estate Kate has also made sure that she's jumped on to make sure that all of her LinkedIn. So if you've just joined in, Paula Beavis, Virginia Brooks, good morning, ladies. I love you. I hope that you are doing the best that you can. Oh, my God, I forgot to say this. If you are one of the people homeschooling, holy crapola, I feel for you. Here's another tip. One of the sessions I had with a client who's a big, massive writer based in Sydney. She owns her business. Her husband owns his own business. They have 3 kids under 7. And they did not have a strategy of how to run their individual businesses from home and homeschool. So as you can imagine, they're trying to buy time and there's a bit of tension and it's just not really effective. So just make sure, if you are homeschooling and if you do have a partner, that you sit down and set yourself up for success, create a weekly plan and decide what chunks of time you're both going to have to focus on work, and then switch hats and focus on parenting and homeschooling. And then make sure that you've allocated time every Sunday night to review the week, see if the plan worked, and tweak whatever needed to happen to adjust accordingly. Okay, one way that you can still add a lot of value to people at this time, and something that's very relevant, many people are doing a lot of DIY projects right now. Bunnings is getting slammed. Another client of mine, Joanne Dankwert from one agency up in Brisbane, and up in Queensland, she has been doing, she did a video outside of Bunnings to show how, obviously adopting social distancing, showed how busy Bunnings was, and started to let people know that if you are doing DIY projects, please make sure that you ring me and let's do a virtual walk through your home, and I can give you some really clear advice on how to get the greatest bang out of your home improvement buck. That is a wonderful way you can add additional value to your community. So offer virtual tours for DIY guidance. And you can also do a top 10 spreadsheet using Canva as a free design tool to do, if you're, busy in self-isolation doing home improvements, here's our top 10 tips. Just again, another way to focus on what the community is doing. I'm happy to take any questions at all that you have as well. So please feel free to write them in. Katrina, great to have you here. MJ Celente, I don't know if I said that right. Diane, I'm not in real estate. However, I am definitely doing my own work, going deeper and healing, writing and goal setting, ticking. Corona Loco can be a mind effer or elevation of your mind, body, spirit. Yeah, definition is decisive. Well said, Diane. I'm choosing to define this time of Corona Loco. Self-isolation equals self-transformation for me. So what does that look like for me? No alcohol, practicing savers, meditating, exercising, visualizing, affirming, reading, podcasting, gratitude diary every single day without fail. 2 days I have missed exercise, but that's okay. Your body needs a rest every now and then too. And in NLP, there's a saying that I've mentioned often here, which is GIGO, good in, good out, garbage in, garbage out. So just be careful of the amount of media and sensationalized information that you're consuming at this time. Nick Pappas, honestly, this is the best advice I've heard about COVID. Oh, Nick, thank you, buddy. That's really kind of you. Listen, we can't control what's going on outside of us. We really can't, but we absolutely can 100% influence how we respond versus react. And there's 2 ways you can go about this. You can do a dive, feel sorry for yourself, have an amazing justification for your procrastination, and have great reasons why you don't have results. Or you can choose to be a lighthouse of love, hope, inspiration, and service. Choose to put yourself in the shoes of your consumers. Imagine yourselves like them lying in bed talking to their partners, stressed about their reality. What can you do to add value? What questions are on their mind? What struggles are they facing? What are they doing? And how can you add value? And if you start thinking and asking questions like that, you are going to come up with some great ideas. And listen, this is the time to video. Okay, one of my clients had a marketing with all love and respect to them, had a marketing company design 28-page document that they were going to send out as an EDM. I want my clients, especially at this time when the strings of the purse need to be tighter, to get maximum return on investment. If you're sending a lot of articles and magazines and stuff, think about it. Do you think people are going to sit down and read a whole bunch of stuff now? I know I'm not. But what I will do is watch really high, potent, informative videos. So please, if you've been scared to get your face onto camera, if you are worried about what people think of you and that's why you're being shy, now's the time to let go of that, because I promise you, people don't want polished and perfect. I am far from polished and perfect. I don't have a script. I have a book with some tips. That's as sexy as it gets. And I have been coughing and stumbling over words, but you can feel where I'm coming from, and I'm sharing with you key things that people are doing to be relevant and meaningful. Digitalize your communication. That's the top one. Make sure you're showing that you're relevant. So don't worry about being polished and perfect, my friend. Just be real and raw. Just be relevant. Just add value. Just be a messenger right now. Diane, awesome tips. Awesome. Thank you. She's a gun, and I highly recommend Tanj. She has helped me so much with leadership and work. Goes, aw, Courtney, you're a gem. Thank you. So a quick summary, but if you have any questions, I'm absolutely here for you. Cheers. By the way, for those that are here, thank you for tuning in. I didn't promote this week. So, I don't know why. I just didn't. I dropped my own standards, but I jumped on anyway. I had a feeling some of you would jump on Good Friday. I'm keen to hear what's the one tip that you're doing to either stay sane or stay in service of your community. Type it in if you're not driving. So, a quick summary. 8 key things that you can do right now. Number 1, update all your digital marketing, banners, and social media collateral on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram to say that you are ready to, you're virtually set to do real estate business. And make sure that you're adding virtual appraisals, virtual tours, pre-ordered building and pest inspections, pre-qualified buyers, contact free conveyancing, access to COVID prepared tradespeople if required, and electronic document signing. Make sure all your banners are updated this weekend. Please be service focused, not self focused. Please, number 3, focus on the daily. At least call and connect 25 people in your database a day and just connect, communicate, and contribute. Let them know that you're here for them if they have any questions at all. Number 3 was focus on the daily. Make sure you do keep your daily disciplines. And as I said, I cannot recommend this one enough. This is the best recipe I know to stay with an elevated state of mind. And Melissa, if you're still here, my love, have you bought the book and have you started reading it? And who else in the team has downloaded? G'day, and Recos. And Jen. G'day, Jen. G'day, Jen. Great to have you here. We're just doing a quick summary, my love. Focus on the daily because we don't know what tomorrow brings. And if you can just master the day and master the day each day, then that's going to really elevate your energy and have you have a sense of achievement. It's when you drop your standards, when you procrastinate, and when you use justification and excuses that you're going to lose all your mojo. Melissa, not yet, honey, please. If you can do one thing today, download that book or the audio book. Number 5, we've done 4, which was call, connect, communicate, contribute. Number 5, treat your office like your local newsroom. Share local content. And if you don't know about Google Alerts, just type into Google how to set up a Google Alert. And Google Alerts are a great way to curate the content that you are most interested in. Real estate, property, interest rates, COVID, your business name, your name, and on the daily, weekly, or as it happens, your inbox will start to receive information that you've requested. So anything to do with what we're dealing with right now. So set up your own Google Alerts, which is just a really great tool to save you time. Tina is sharing online workouts, making sure I get outside and walk my dog. Healthy body, healthy mind. Amen. Jasmine, check my mindset, whether about getting up and putting effort into appearance or providing myself with the goal of the day. Practice savers. Oh, I can't recommend that enough. Jacinda, hey, great to have you here, my love. So treat your office like a newsroom. If you're using Zoom as your classroom, you can customize the backdrop. Just have a look at the bottom of the screen. Go on to, I think it's show, click the down arrow, and it says, change backdrop. 6, showcase local businesses in your area on Facebook, cross-pollinate what they're doing, Easter competitions, fun online engagement, activities, and what are they doing to still provide essential services. Please make sure you're doing DIY tours. Let your community know if you are in real estate that they can just, if you're doing home improvements, call me, walk around, and let me give you some advice on how to get the biggest bang out of your DIY buck. And as I said, video. People just want you to be real and raw. They want 2 things, trust and transparency. They want you to share the information without any sensation, and they want you to do it consistently because they need a trusted advisor, just like Here a Property are doing on the daily, connecting, being of service, and adding value. So they're my top 8 tips. Apologies for the lack of sequence and clarity in my communication today, but hey, that's what being real and raw looks like. I love you. I hope that you're doing the best that you can to ride these uncharted waters. The best thing you can do, my friends, is keep your mindset as strong and focused as you can. And that's something you can actually really do something about. We may not be able to control what's happening outside of us, but we can master what goes on within us. And how do you know if how your state is? You'll know by how you feel. If you are feeling like crap, if you are feeling lethargic, confused, anxious, worried, concerned, insecure, unstable, it's because the voice in your head is going through a lot of ego AM, shitty talkback radio, like worried about things. It's very normal. It's what we do as humans to try and prepare for worst case scenario. You need to interrupt that thinking though, and the best way to interrupt it is have an awareness of the quality of your thoughts and notice if your thinking is elevating or deflating your state. Please become the observer of your thinking today. If there's one thing you get from this conversation, please become the observer of your mind. Now's the time we need you to be clear. Now's the time we need you to be mindful of how you're being. This coronavirus is a beautiful opportunity to realign our priorities and transform the way we relate to ourselves, others, and the world. So you're amazing too, Diane. A lighthouse in the dark, doing my bit, showing up. So if you need a hand, call the helpline 0413219923. If you would like to create a free Zoom classroom to elevate the real estate of your mind for your people, it's valued at nearly $2,500, my friends. I'm doing it for free, for the love. No excuses why you can't be amazing. Then DM me. Write down, tag me in Facebook and let's book it in. Good morning, Anita, another legend homeschooling and running a successful business. And if you got some value out of this and someone else will, do me a favor, tag them or share it. I'll be back here for Mindset Mastery Monday, next Monday with an open mic Monday to answer any specific questions you have and give you up-to-date strategies and tools to help you rise resilient in these times of change and challenge. And so let's just open the mic and solve as many problems as possible, whether you're in real estate or not. Go well. And as always, I like to share one of my favorite quotes from the late, great Maya Angelou. Remember, especially now more than ever, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Get on the phone and connect with your family and friends, because who knows what's going on in people's hearts and minds in these times of self-isolation. Host some Easter lunch parties and dinner parties. Have a Mad Hatter's tea party with your cousins and your relatives, and have a great long weekend. Let this time be a reset for you. Clear out your cupboards, clear out your wardrobe, clear out the junk, and let's level up during lockdown. Have a beautiful, beautiful Easter. Take care. To my friends here on Instagram, and signing off to our friends on Facebook.